Good afternoon and welcome back. Another attempt to make some chocolate truffles with canna butter on it. It's made in my kitchen, what they call the left coast of America. And basically, you can see the ingredients are really straightforward. The only stuff you have to make is the canna butter, really. The rest of the stuff you can buy in the store here for us. Just some real easy cooking procedures and kind of some heads up as to which direction it goes. You can see we're using just the normal store-bought Hershey's chocolate. This is special dark. You can mix it with, I think, anything else you really want, a light chocolate or regular chocolate. I think it's whatever I bought at the store that day was available. Canna butter, that's the canna butter right there. So I've already got it into room temperature here for us. We're going to add a little bit of some almond flour, Hershey's cocoa, and we need a little bit of salt to enhance the taste. Almond flour you can buy at the grocery stores in the bulk section. It's pretty easy here for us. Just some other ingredients for it. I'm going to try to use these little cups today. Oh yeah, fun times here for us. And as you can see, we're just going to mix in the chocolate into a... I have to taste it first. Have to melt it here in a moment or so. It's the Hershey's chocolate, of course. Going to add in the canna butter. This is actually going to go onto a double boiler. And if you aren't familiar with that, it's two pots together. One pot on the bottom is boiling water, and basically this steams it. As you can see, it steams, melts it. It doesn't actually have a direct heat on it. A word of caution is the steam coming out of that is hot and it can burn you. I've had that experience before for it. I melted it down to a point where you can see the chocolate just basically is running. Wearing some rubber gloves last time I did this, I splashed some hot chocolate on myself, and that was a little bit of a burn. So I'm trying to avoid that on this one here for us. We're just going to add in some really easy stuff. Okay, so this is basically the almond flour. You don't need a lot, and I bought this huge bag, and probably whatever, never sure I'll ever use it again, or all of it again here for us. And so basically dump that into it. Pretty straightforward. I get the almond flour. You can get it at the grocery stores now. Regular table salt. Morton table salt, just a pinch, just to kind of help out with the chocolate flavor here for it, and pretty straightforward. It's table salt, so how hard and full can that possibly be? Got to give it a little bit of a stir. Flour, you have to understand, it's like regular flour. You want to make sure you get it kind of cooked in, so that you don't kind of have that floury taste. If you ever made a roux and you undercook the flour, you'd know what I mean. You definitely want to cook this to a point where basically it's melted in, and then basically just bring it up to temperature. We're not looking to boil the chocolate at this point. I'm just basically looking to melt it, get it hot, mix in the flour. Like I said, you have to be careful so you don't burn yourself. As you can see that pan is hot, and I'm even wearing rubber gloves for this, but round and round we go. At this point, it's just basically it's flour, chocolate, canna butter. Pretty straightforward, and you can see it's down to a point where it's melted consistency so that you can actually deal with it. And I let it run through there for another minute or so just to make sure I get all the the almond flour mixed in for it. And as you can see, it's pretty much mixed in, but it just want to make sure so that it doesn't taste raw or anything like that. And of course, it's just regular chocolate. All right, this time we're going to try making a deal with these little styrofoam cups. Okay, so I thought I'd make it smarter. I'd go to Amazon, get me some of these little styrofoam cups, and I would just pour them into the cups and weigh them out, and away we go. Okay, forget that idea. After I made this one, I decided that, I think I'm going to do from now on, I think maybe we'll try we'd try it one more time and then jump over to my other part for it. But as you can see, they turned out, I got 6. And I'm letting them kind of like cool a little bit here for us. I'm going to pop them open out here for us, and you'll see how large these things. These things are golf balls almost. I was sharing some with some friends, and told them, hey, maybe a half or a third or something like that. You can see the chocolate's still warm enough for me to fool with it with my hands here for us. And turned out these little monsters basically are about 35 to 40 milligrams of THC. So even cutting them in half, that's still a significant amount. And apparently, my friend had a great experience that day um, with these truffles that I gave him here for us. So, not sure going forward what I'm going to do here for us. They just like they seem like they're too big. They're not really unedible. I mean, they are edible, but I'm thinking that maybe it would be easier to make them smaller. And I'm looking at Amazon to see if I can find some silicone trays or something else, because this is an awful lot of work for what little I get out of it. And then basically they still have to cure up or cool off to room, so that they're solid. And then you're still not going to eat the whole thing at one time anyway. You're going to split it. So I'm looking for something that's going to allow me a smaller product that I can pop in my mouth. That's maybe one, maybe two chews, and call it good. These are a great way for them to. I can transport them like this because they're so large, and then to split them. So basically, you can put them in a baggie and go for it. But you can see I only made 6, so it isn't like I made a lot here for it or anything like that. And so, like I said, I would, if I were you, watch me make these things, I would opt out of putting them in these little silicone deals. I'd find me something on like an Amazon or someplace like that, a smaller container, smaller type of deal. A lot of stuff out there on the internet that are silicone. I just think I could just spread it into that and call it good, and not go through all this extra work for it of carving them in chocolate like that here for us. But anyway, this is what they look like. There's 6 of them. They're golf balls. Basically is what they are. They turn out to be very delicious. Just going to grab a photo here for the internet here for us, but as you can see, a lot of fun making them. They were very fun eating them. A lot of chocolate taste to them, and of course, this was filmed on the left coast. So this is my little critter at night that came up that wanted one, but he didn't get one. Oh well, too bad, buddy. And he wanted to help out. Anyway, just some people that helped out, friends, family, others that helped out. Like I said, we filmed it on the left coast of the United States here in Oregon. Of course, that was the deal for the proposition here for us. I basically am the one that directed this film for us. But anyway, we had a great time, and we filmed it on location and the left coast. So thank you for watching.